So this is my third and final video until I actually start making the thing. I'm going to talk about all the plans that I made. I finished all the math, everything's done, and I'm going to talk to you about all that. So here are all my papers. I drew plans, I'll show you that in a minute, and I printed some out. I'll show you all the changes I made to them. I don't know why I drew them. I drew them and then I wanted to make another copy, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to print them out. So I don't really need those, really. Because I did all the math. It was so confusing doing the math because you have to actually buy these plans offline, right? They're like $1,000 to buy. And this is all the information you get, which is what's on here. They'll give you, for all the major rooms in the house, they'll give you the measurements. So, like 13 by 13 feet by 14 feet, and you know, that's all they give you. They don't tell you like how wide the doorway is there, how, you know, all this information that you need to know. Like this right here, I don't have any information for this, so a lot of the stuff I'm gonna have to guess for. But we do have all the information here. The information that's on this is already on this paper, so this just simplifies it. Square feet I don't need to know, and then ceiling height I do need to know. I'll tell you something confusing about that in a minute. So I went and figured, here's how I did this. I wrote down, I converted this to inches. So if this is 13 feet wide here, I did 13 times 12, or for like 12 feet 4 inches, I did 12 times 12, and then plus the 4 inches. So 13 times 12 is 156. And then I divided that by 24, which I figured out my little equation and everything. So that means this is 6.5 inches wide in real life, which doesn't seem that big, but that's from the edge of this ruler to where my finger is, just for that little room. So I mean, that's a good size. I did the math. This thing is going to be 2 feet and 8 inches wide and 2 feet and 4.5 inches deep. So 2 feet, 4.5 inches this way, 2 feet, 8 inches this way. I don't know the measurements for this. I think this is like wide. It's like almost 2 feet. I don't know. This isn't even to scale really or anything. So this thing's a piece of garbage compared to what I'm going to be making. So I'll show you all the changes that I made. I just went on paint and changed some things on here. There was, let me get my pointer thingy. There was a closet right here. I removed that. There was a closet right here. I removed that because you're not going to be able to see it. You go look in these doors, you might see it a little bit, but then that'll block your view into here because the walls will be all covered. I added a window right here. The tray ceiling here was like an octagon, so I made it into a square. I added this window. I took away the tray ceiling in here. There was a pantry right here, but I turned it into a full desk. And I think that's it for the first story. And on here I added a window right here, added a window right here, because I will be building little mini like things here. I will be making like the bathtub and stuff. I'll make a little mini bed here probably and glue it to the floor. I removed a room that was right here. I will be making this walk-in closet probably. And I think that's it. So I made a couple little changes, and I'll talk about a confusing part here. If you look at the family room, which is this room right here, it's on both of these because it's 2 stories high. Like, you're gonna look up and it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be slanted, so pretend that this is on a bigger scale. The wall's gonna go up. That's gonna be 10 feet high right there where my finger is, where that crack is. That'll be about 10 feet high. And then the slanted part all the way up there, the ceiling at the very top will be 18 feet high. So it's not like the whole thing is going to be 18-foot high ceilings. It's going to be normal height, and then it's going to slant up And so this is where the vault is. All right here is going to be 18 feet high, and then this will be a ledge. This is upstairs. But this is the vault, which that's the vault right there, the part where it's slanted. So it will be slanted. But the confusing part about that is if you look at this picture that's on the screen right now, you can see for the family room, the ceiling height's a little bit higher, and then for the room next to it, the breakfast room, the ceiling's a little bit lower, and I'll show you why, because I drew up some things here. This is just a rough little drawing of the back of the house. Alright, so you've got the back, and then this is the master bedroom. These are 2 windows for the family room. There will be a chimney, door, 2 windows. This will be farther over. I didn't have room. But then you'll see, like, this is the roof going up right here. So this is the slanted part of the family room. But then this is called a dormer, which is what that is, where it sticks out of the roof. And so, you know, upstairs, right here, this is just the attic. This is just part of the big ceiling. And then this little area right here you can't go in, but you could go in this spot. And this is bedroom number 4, because see, this is slanted here, and then this is the part that comes out, and then this, you can't go here in this little spot. So I added this window so you could see in there. But the thing is, the ceilings are high right here, because they can be, because there's just an attic above it. But right here, the floor is a little bit lower, so that's where the ceiling is here. And right here, the ceiling's a little bit lower. So rather than making the ceiling lower on my model, I'm going to make all the ceilings the same height, and then I'm just going to add on to these just to make it bigger. So confusing. But yeah, and then here's the front of it, just a rough drawing again, not exact or anything, just rough of the front. Now I'm going to show you, that's from the last house. I'm going to show you the size comparison from the last house. Okay, so this is my drawing for the last one. We got the garage, family room, dining room, bathroom, 1-story foyer, stairs, dining room, or whatever that is, living room, kitchen. Okay, so very simple, right? Well, this is this house. That's the downstairs right here. So a lot more intricate, right? And this thing is pretty big. So I mean, that's my foot. So big house. So the next one's gonna be bigger, I would assume. Although after measuring this, I mean, I measured it and it's about a little bit less than 3 feet, which the other house will be. Yeah, the other house is going to be just as wide. It's going to be a little bit taller. I don't know. The roof will probably be just as tall because it's going to be a different kind of roof. And then going back, this house is only just over a foot back. So the next house is going to be more than twice that going back. So, I mean, looking at it from the front, it'll be the same size, but from the back, it's going to go like twice as far back. So, and then, so, like I said, I did have to guess a lot for a lot of these. I mean, I'd be fine with just guessing for the whole thing and making up my own measurements, but the part that I'm afraid of is, look at these doorways. This is the main thing. This is like the big thing right here. You've only got a little bit of room for a door, right? Like, you only have so much room right there for a doorway. And my doorways are 4.5 centimeters across. And so, if I go to make a doorway, and I only have, you know, I only have 4 centimeters, then the door needs to be smaller, and you're going to be able to see inside the house. It's not going to be like looking in there and, oh, that's cool, you know, that's neat. The walls are going to be all finished, they're all going to be white, the floor is going to be white, the ceiling's going to be white, it's just going to be all white in there. And it'll be nice and bright in there, you'll be able to see through doorways and stuff. And so that's going to look crappy if the doorways are all messed up. So, And then also I want the stairs to be a good size. See, I don't even know how big like this should be, like what the measurements are for these. Like I know that's probably a 45-degree angle, but I don't know how long each of these. I have to figure it all out. You know, I don't know when the time comes that I'm gonna be building the thing and drawing up the stuff in real size, then I'll figure it out. Oh yeah, I think I added a window here too. But like things for this laundry room, you'll be looking in here in this window, any of these windows, and this is going to be a little archway, but this little wall is going to block. There's no way you're going to be able to see into this room, so this is going to be a blank room. I don't even have to finish like this wall right here if I don't have to, but I'm going to. But rooms that you can't see like that, they're going to be blocked off, like this one especially. A lot of those rooms I don't have to do anything, but I will be building furniture, maybe couches, I don't know. I will be building the countertops for in here because you'll be able to look right in. This is going to be a bar. There will be columns going up to hold up the roof, because I think I said this in the last one, but there's going to be an overlook here, so you could go upstairs and you'll be able to see an overlook. So how cool is that going to be, looking in these windows, looking up and then seeing a railing up here, and then below it will be like the kitchen. So that's going to be neat. The ceiling will be raised up right here. I think the ceiling, so like I said before, like with the ceiling height, and I said how parts of it's going to be lower, this part is going to be lower than this, but this part's also going to be high because there's an attic above this. Same with this. This is going to be, I think, 11-foot ceilings, and then with the tray ceiling, it's going to be super high. So, and then same with this. This is supposed to be an 11-foot high ceiling, sort of with like, well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. That's going to be, because I was thinking if you look at the picture that's on right now, the roof is going to be hard to make, like above that spot with like the weird walls. But I mean, I figured out how to do this. I figured out how to make these. I figured all this stuff out, so I could figure that out. And so how I'm going to do this is probably going to be the last video until April 1st when I actually go and buy the supplies. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my ruler. I'm going to draw everything out. And there's no way, because if you look at how big this thing is, it's less than 2 feet wide. So I'm going to have to make the floor in 2 pieces. Like, can you believe this big thing, the house isn't even going to fit on it? Like, it's going to be out to like the post, farther than that, like from here out to the post. So it's going to be massive. And then going this way, it's going to be probably farther on, I don't even know. So on April 1st, I'll make a video while I'm drawing everything out. I'll draw everything out, make it all 90-degree angles with the markers, and then I will build the floor over top of that. And you'll know what I'm talking about if you watch my tutorial number 6 on how to build one of these. So, and I have to erase all that. That's been on there for years, and I was scrubbing it, but it won't come off. So, so yeah, that'll be the next video, April 1st, which will be a Friday. So April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I'll be working on this, and it'll take probably that whole weekend just to do the floor, because that takes forever. So yeah, and that's my video. So subscribe and then check back then, and yeah, that's it. So see you.